this question isn't going to help me get to nirvana, but is there any rationale behind why people suffer to varying degrees? Because two people can experience the same exact scenario. One person suffers extremely and one person just blows it off and moves on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say, like, my observation has been virtually 0.00001% of the world actually has a desire to experience something other than suffering. I don't think most people even know they're suffering. They're clearly suffering, but there's no impulse to get out of it. So, I mean, I think everything is God inspired, but people can suffer and suffer and suffer and just, keep suffering. And then other people apparently suffer minimally, but like for me, it's not an option. Is there any rationale why?
It's not an action, you said?
Let's see. It's not an option.
Oh, not an option.
Like for me, finding peace is like,
Yep.
It's not an option. It has to be that way.
Yep.
Not saying I want it. I didn't ask for it, but that's what's here. So why some people, not others?
It all comes back to our individual conditioning. There's 8 billion individualized conditioned people here. And we all are going to react to the same thing slightly different. It's the diabolical paradox of it is that the ones that suffer the most are actually the luckiest ones, because they're more likely to come into a message like this. It's completely diabolical. And when you see it as that, there will come a day where you'll say, thank you for the tremendous suffering, because that brought me to the peace of myself. Because it's unbelievable that this is how it works. It seems as if that's how the divine has us come home to ourselves. Because if we're in a world of pleasure, we're never going to come back to this. So how does it happen to where we have a higher probability to seek the truth or peace, to come home to this, to come home to a message like this? Yeah, it's like the ones that we see that whatever they touch turns to gold. They're successful in anything they do. They appear to be happy. And things are going on in their life to where the definitions of success, they're meeting all of those, and so their suffering is a lighter suffering. They can manage it because everything around them is... Sorry, my cat just ripped out the microphone. Everything around them is meeting society's definition of good, of right, of success. And yet those people will never know who they are. It's only the ones who have experienced such levels of suffering, and that varies between individual on how bad that needs to get before they seek true help. So then you ask yourself, who's the lucky ones then? The one that gets their way all the time, or the one that's experienced so much pain that they've collapsed into themselves? Again, it's perplexing, diabolical, unbelievable. And when we look onto the world and we see suffering in others, or in the world in general, that's because we're experiencing suffering ourselves. The world's suffering because we're suffering. And when we're at peace, the world's at peace. Even though the world may appear to be going crazy, it's peacefully going crazy, because you perceive the world as you experience yourself. So if this is at peace, this is at peace. And there's no difference anymore. Peace is peace. There's no this here, there's no peace here and peace over there, and now there's two pieces. No, there's just peace happening as a world going mad. You see it for what it is. It's many individuals. Most of us just want to lead a content life, right? But it seems like there's leaders in the world that get into these powers and do have these tremendous control, and you're like, God, if I was the president of this state or that state, I sure wouldn't be doing this. But it is what it is. This is what these people are doing, and they think that they're doing the right thing. And you see it for that. They're just them trying to do the right thing, and the right thing seems to be chaos. And you have compassion for them, because to create that chaos, they have to have inner chaos. And all you want for them to be at peace, because if they were at peace, the world would be at peace. But your peace is not dependent on if they become at peace with themselves. Because what the individual wants is all 8 billion of us to be at peace so that this guy can be at peace. It wants everything to change except this. What's the likelihood that that's going to happen? How about just change the one, and then everything else changes?